Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will going to deep dive into the world of the data analysis and also exploring the fascinating world of the data and how it shapes our understanding and of the world around us. In this video, I am also covering the fundamental of the data analysis and why it's a crucial in the today's data-driven world and how it empowers us to make a better decision and also how to it impact also tell you how it impacts our today's daily lives. So let's starting by the defining data analysis is the data analysis is the processing of the examining, cleaning and transforming and the modeling data to discover valuable insight and making informed decision. Nowadays data comes in the various form including the numbers, text, images and some more, and it can be structured like a rows and columns in database just like we see in the Excel files or .csv files, and also unstructured like a social media post like a photos and pixel format pixel format. So in our data driven world, data is not just a buzzword. It is a necessity from healthcare to take a finance to entertainment and sport. Data analysis is the in every sector. Data analysis play a crucial role in the shaping the way we live and work. So in today's video, I use the IMDb movie dataset as an example, taking you through the entire process of the data analysis from start to finish. So let's beginning with the basics. So let's beginning with the basics. So first we talking about the what is data analysis. I already tell you, and you can also heard about word like a data pre-processing, data transforming. So this is the process whichever set data can set there. So let's a closer look in our IMDb data movie data set. So just like I'm showing you, it's a data. It's our IMDb data set which I can visualize in today's video. In this video, in this dataset, you are the typically trivial dataset. It's an excellent example to work with our data analysis process. However, as we deeper into the dataset, we quickly realize that it's not always perfect. It might having issues like a missing values or duplicate. These issues can handle our hinder our analysis, basically stop our analysis and not doing it in perfect way, which is why the data cleaning is the vital point. However, before we can dive into the data analysis, we need to deal with the data cleaning. Datasets are rarely perfected and they can often having issues like a missing value, duplicates and outliners, and that can impacting our analysis. So as you can see as you can see in the screen, I take the IMDb movie dataset. But in this dataset, you can see there is a no duplicates found and no missing values because I already see show you that this dataset is already clean. But when I take the data from extract from the IMDb movie sets, this not be showing in the perfect way. Just like you already see, there is the null value and there is the empty sets in before there is a empty cells and there is a some duplicates also which I can show you. So after the data cleaning is done, next step we are going to is the data pre-processing. We need to our data into the form of the unstable for the suitable form of the for analysis. This involves tasks like a handling missing values, scaling features, and encoding categorical variable. Additionally, we split in the data into the training set or testing set, and we also to prepare for building our prediction model. So there is a data set which we can use. So in this data set, you can also doing in some remove the duplicates or doing some other additional function using Excel. But I will show you in the how to doing it which when you're using in the Python format. So this is our my Jupyter notebook, and firstly I can import some Python libraries and then import our data. In importing our data, this is the data set name, and don't going through the what is it how the data set name. So whenever you the data set already imported in your Ju- import in the Jupyter notebook. When you when you write data.info, it's showing the our data sets of how much you clearly said there is a 10,000 entry, that means 10,000 rows, 0 to 9, and there is a 13, is a 12, 0 to 13. It's a column. So there is a some column like a movie name, year of the release, runtime in minutes, movie rating, watts, metascore, gross, genre, certification, director, stars, and description. And also showing is the data types, just like in this data set, making is a having value as a float data, integer, and objects. And there is the memory, the how much memory this you it can use, how much memory it can use in the this data set, the whole this data set in our memory. So it all can is the data set also. Yeah, you can already see that there is some columns and certification star descriptions. So let's talk about that. Okay, when you write df.read, it just show you the whole data in the format of in the Jupyter file. Here is all data in the Excel format, just like XY column, but in that side you can show in the Jupyter notebook as a output. Okay, so let's further. When you write df.easy and n into sum, that means it is showing the how much no, how much empty cells in your data set. Just like in the metascore is the 2026, and gross is the 2950, and certification is the 369. But in but as you can see, there is a not a empty cells, because I already going empty cell as take a null values, take as a null values. So going further, it's taking. And when you do the df dot describe, t still matlab it's a horizontal point percentage of the 2f. It's a percentage format, because when you percentage of the 2f, that means in the point after showing in the decimal values. Okay, so when you write in a df dot describe, it's basically use, you can see that is the some, he can do some mathematical statistical format, just like a count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum value, 25, 50%, 70%. It's exploratory data analysis, which can talk about later. And there is a showing the year of the release, runtime in the minutes, movie rating, watts, metascore, and the gross. And the second, the most important thing is when you write the df to display is only showing this integer value only. As you can see, there is a year of the release is the integer, runtime in the integer, watts also integer. So it's already always showing the only this only showing the integer values, not something float or values. If you write doing into some other thing, it's not working in there. And df dot drop and a, it's basically when you remove the duplicates in our data set using in the Python code. This is the syntax: df dot drop and a in place is equals to true. And when you, if you're not sure the data is duplicated, all duplicates are removed or not, just doing write the code, just write this code df dot duplicated dot sum is 0. That means in our data set there is no duplicates value in available in our data set. So let's talk about the df dot shape. So the all duplicates value removing the df dot shape. This is some and this is our entries and this is our columns. Now you can see the entry are released, showing in the less number of then, because we said we take data as a 10,000 entry, but now we're showing the 9,631. Because why? Because it's a remove the all duplicates value in our data set. Just like if to minus 10,000 there, this show me how much duplicate values. df.core. df.core is the finding correlation between our data set. The most important thing when we use in the df.core, make sure that we can only print out that this is the same data types. Just like if we print about this, just like if we print about the integer objects, we cannot input in a plot like a float object. So make sure there's the same data types only between the relationship between in the same data types. It's very important. So as you can see, when you can the correlation, it's showing in the movies rating, runs of time, node scan, and a growth. This all data we're having same, which you already know about. It is an integer 64. When you about this float, you can also do in the float values also, and make sure that you can not supplying in the values, because it between is showing the relation between which you can use in the data set, just like it's showing the run of time, movie ratings, and votes. So that's one important thing about that. So let's talk about, let's our further going is EDA. Now if your data is already cleaned, we already remove the duplicates, and also enable shapes, and also doing some processing like remove the duplicates, and all empty cells we take as an input as a null values, take as a values not input, take as a value as a null. Sorry for my mistakes. So let's talk about what's the our going into the next step. It's a exploratory data analysis in EDA. So with our dataset in hand, it's time to introduce the concept of the exploratory data analysis or EDA. EDA involves visually and statically exploring data to understand its characteristic and identify the hidden patterns. It's the first step on data analysis journey. As a part of the EDA, we can create a various visualizations such as the histogram of the movie rating and scatter plot to examine the relationship between the rating and the revenue. And this visual help us to identify trends and the pattern within the EDA. As we apply EDA to our IMDb dataset, we start with the summary statistics, checking the missing value and creating visualization to get a better grasp of our data. Better grasp in our data. So already now we take our data. So we can already learn about the data cleaning and data pre-processing and data transforming also. You can also change the data type. You can also change the data type of the each column. Let's take it's now it's let's take an example of the year of the release. So now it's showing is the Intel 64, but you can you not but you change the data type of the year of the release, so you can also change the data type into the time, date or time. Just what you think, just leave the df dot type is equals to which already year of the release is equals to pd dot date time data type, and also doing this. So she is so it's change the data type also. Yeah, you can also change the data type with using in the Python. Remember guys, this the data cleaning process, remove duplicates, adding columns and removing the columns, extracting data. It's all this whole thing we can also doing in the Excel file also. If you're not doing in the Python, it's fine. You can also doing in the Excel file also, just like removing files or duplicates, just like find what. So you can find all the empty cells. It's showing you the all empty sets, but now it's not all empty sets. And you can also the empty set is the replace with the NA, which I can already done it. If to find and replace place the replacing the all empty cells going to be showing the is a null value, just like NA. And also certification is also there in case. Okay, so let's going to our so now we already clean the data and also pre-processing also data. So next let's further going to about the data visualization. So now we come to the our one of the most exciting part of the data analysis is the data visualization. Data visualization helps us to understand data better and communicating our finding effectively. In our IMDb dataset, we use the Python library like a matplot, seaborn, numpy, pandas, and using some extra libraries to create a various visualization from histogram of the user rating of the heat map of the correlation, and also help to the predict building a prediction model also. So let's begin it. So as I can say we I can use the data as I can say for data visualization I use the library just like a numpy and pandas is already imported, where now is imported seaborn and matplotlib. Seaborn is the basic advanced version of the matplotlib, in with the help of we can do it exploratory data analysis with in better way. Just you can see here by the help of the seaborn we can visualize in this parameters also. In this in this analysis I can correlation between the runtime, watts and movie rating by genre. So this is for the runtime. Yeah, and this can dots can be shown in the different genre of the each movie data set. Yeah, it's each movie, just like some movie animation, action, fantasy, some comedy, musical, some horror, thriller or drama, mystery. There's so much genre here. Yeah, you can already see about there's a different genre of the each movie data set. So with the help of I can create correlation. I can doing correlation between the runtime, watts and movie rating genre. Okay, as you can see This is the seaborn. With the help of the seaborn, we can implement value this like in this curve. It's like a standard deviation curve. We already have the normal, sorry, normalization, not a standard deviation. My mistake. So there is the code of, there is the code of that. We can simply using the import seaborn and import plot and send style is a weight grid and pair plot, because pair plot we keep using in the two formats. Yeah, as you can see that we get movie rating and watts and running times different by the genre. So we plot the multiple graphs. So I'm giving in the subtitles just like it, and doing some just like X label is showing is the run of time, and Y label it's a watts and movie ratings legend agenda, and this is the basic CS, and that and the plotting.show is showing the MATLAB is working perfectly. Okay, in this graph we already show about there's a run of time in the movie rating. As you can see, there's a most of running time between vary between the 100 or 200 in betweens. So we already know about that the maximum movies will run time between the 2 hours to 230 150 minutes. So 120 minutes to 150 minutes. So in this format, the basically the in this line in this area, this graph is a very broad. But as you can see, the we going in up just like a 300 minutes and 400 minutes. The graph is showing the shrink because 400 minutes and 3 minutes it's a very long movie, and it's already making director of the two or three movies, or only two or three movies in year. So the no one director can make this type of the movies. But yeah, but some directors can make it. So maximum is lying between the 100 and 200. Basically, we can coefficient that. Yeah, and the maximum, yeah, if you can see, there is the drama, crime drama, animation, action, adventure movies. These type of movies are basically varying in this format. Yeah, you can see the first dot is a drama. So as a drama, there is a one drama movie. This can be long as a 400 minutes. So which is a very big. So and but as you can see, as you can most of the movies of the genre is basically varying on the 100 to 200 minutes in between. Yeah, as you can see there. Okay, let's experiment to votes. So as the drama, so as you can see, so as you can see in the votes format, there is a maximum votes people like doing in the votes of the movies. This is only basically on the between like different genre like action movies, and votes were 1 to 2 basically varying this format. And also see this is the variation between. So this is the very string curve, and this is the formatting of the descent. The when is the density is the high, it's showing that the more movies like in this format. Yeah, and see the movies type, and also visualize this in the movie rating. Yeah, it's a different of the genre. It's based of the genre. Okay, let's going to our second explanation. Sorry about that background voice because I am not placed in the very silent. I am not in a very silent place, but I can try to avoid background noises. So in the next step, we predict the prediction of the meta score and the movie rating betweens. So as you can see, the movie rating when movie rating is low, that means the meta score will also low. If the meta score very high, that means the movie rating is also high. As you can see, there is a 9 movie rating and also going in data. That means the meta score of the people will be going high. So this is the format and this is the code for that. So let's going further. Yeah, it's another data analysis for that is the box plot and the movie rating distribution curve. So this is showing the basically that the movie rating, as you can see, there is a lots of movies are releasing in the 1 year, but most of movies relying the between the 6 to 7.5 rating. Yeah, if you show in the web series, those web series like a varying between 7.5 to 8, and some web series like a 9.5. But most of the movies like varying in year, the most of the movies lying between 6.5 to 8 rating. Yeah, and this is the code of that. Yeah, just you in the simply basic code. Don't worry, if you see this code clearly, you can just pause the video and see the code perfectly, and also visualize this. Don't worry, I'm also sharing the code also. So there is the movie rating from the 1950 to 2030. So in this graph, we always use the seaborne and metro as we can do. And this is the plot between subplot of the graph. This is basically using for the when you plots in the multiple graphs in the one form. But I'm using just a one as just to show you for that, but I can use only one format also. And the size of the 16 by 18 means 16 of the horizontal and 8 means vertical. So just as using seaborne, I can use an expo as the year of the release, y is the movie rating, line is the 2.5, color is the blue. And the X label is a line set is the alpha is the 0.7, and I'm using the 1950 to 2015. It's basically 2013 is going further. Okay, as you can see, in 1950 in the beginning, the movies are released in year. Movies are rarely releasing in the 4 to 5 in year. So the movies release the number of the movies will low. So the see people always see the movies in the same movies in time. So in 1950 movie rating was the high, but when you can, as you know about nowadays, in nowadays the Hollywood board would they combine them, there is a yearly released more than 2000 movies in year, and also so much lot web series. But lots of movies are going to be flop and some are going low rating about that. Yeah, in Bollywood, and usually nowadays Bollywood also having in 2020 22 in Bollywood movies are totally flops. But in now some movies are going high rating just like a Pathan, and in South movies just like a Leo, and Vijay Sethupathiy's movies Master also there. Yeah, it's a very good movie. And also Jailer movies also. Rajinikanth superstar already you all know about that. So it's a conclusion of the graph. So let's take further about that. Yeah, this graph is the average movie rating by the genre. The average movie rating. As you can see, yeah, I can see that there is a no clear visualing, but you can also visualize this is from the starting. As you can see, the drama, crime drama also is also all the genres about which can be using in the data set. And there is the average rating of that. You can also use a count function for the releasing that, but sorry, my bad. Don't show that over further graph. So let's talk about further. Yeah, import CPON and the another rating is the relation between year of the release and the gross of the earning. It's a very important. It's a very important thing. The how much movies you can release and the how much gross. When you when you work as a data analyst or data scientist in like Netflix, Amazon Prime, it's basically focus on this thing. Most of focus in this thing. Yeah, it's also focusing thing on the genre. Genre is the best. Genre is the way for that, and also depending in the some factor, you can using on the only one factor about that, but it's so much better like a genre, and which actor can work about that, and which actor, sorry, which director can produce making this film. Yeah, it's also depending on that. And first of all, is basically depending on the scripts also. So as you can see, yeah, I said there is the code in Snapdragon. You can also pause the screen and see the code and then doing in the visualization. Okay, okay, just I'm doing in the perfect way. So just to make it good. Okay. So relationship between the year of the releasing and the gross. Yeah, if you see one important thing, if you see this like this thing like that, if you see this in your when you import in the some plant and this showing in the output this showing it. So don't worry, please ignore it. It's not working. If you showing in the graph is perfectly, please ignoring it. So relationship between year of the releasing and the gross of the earning. So gross of the earning, as you can see in Echo, when 1920 movies releasing is going, movie releasing is a very high grossing. But nowadays, it movie releasing with it with the very high, as you can see in the data set. Yeah, I can do in there as a data set. Yeah, if you confusing about it, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but no, taking into it, it's a 1 point into 10 to the power 7 or 8 dollar. So if you think it's a very small thing, just not don't think about it. Don't be confused. Don't think about it. Don't be confused. It's not a small amount. So as you can see now, this release is come and everybody is releasing the gross will be Sometimes it's going high and sometimes it's going low. But in short, is it growing is a high, very high rate. Exponent. Not going into exponential rate, but it's showing is the when you say in the trading market, showing this is like the curvature. Zigzag. So the next are the distribution of the releasing in the year. Yeah. So basically this is the code for that. You can also pause the screen and showing the code and how to understand. And just about the conclude how to which showing the in before that in 1950 I'm already sure that this is the listly in starting directors rarely is rarely showing 4 to 5 films in year. But nowadays, as you can see, when the year time is going gone, time is going up. The rate of the movie releasing in the year is growing is exponentially high. Yeah, you can see it's exponentially high rate. Yeah, but I doing 2023, but don't confuse about it. If you go in the real time data of the 2023 is going far. So that you can see when starting of the 1950 to 2023, the releasing of the number of the releasing of movies is going to exponentially high. Okay, so going further, this is the top 20 actors by the appearance in the count. So there is a code of that and import AST is the basic Python library. It's a count calculation we're using in the trees. In the counter of the collection, it's a small version of the dictionary. When you use the dictionary, to store the data. So the counter is just to store the data is a collection of the AST. Is making the tree using tree. Is the function of that. Yeah, you can also if you not understand further, you can also Google it for that. Yeah, and there is the code of that. Basically, import AST I'm using for that. Import AST and form import counter I'm using for these things. It's the basic thing with the all with data, but this thing is the best. It's the algo you can say is the algorithm which you can follow this, which can trade the following by the grid graph. So top 20 actor which can appear in these movies. So as you can see, the highest rating is the Robert De Niro is going the 71. Nicolas Cage is a 63. Don't be confused that this actor is going more movies, but I am taking data of the 10,000 IMDb movies. So as you can, but if you get the real time of the data of the IMDb, you'll be showing the much higher. But I'm taking this whole IMDb dataset. I'm just taking a small piece of the data. As you can assume it's a small part of the data because in the real time the IMDb data is the millions of the billions of the data entries for all about that. But I just taking 10,000 of the data. So just as I say, is the piece of the data set, whole data set. Yeah, you can do the same. Bruce Williams going to the 55, Tom Hanks 54, Johnny Depp, all know Pirates of the Caribbean 47. Yeah, Michael, Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan is my favorite actor. So the another thing is the genre distribution. It's the genre distribution. Matlab, that means how much movies is basic, how many movies making in the basis of this genre, just like a drama is a very high rate. So in 10,000 data set, drama movies are very high, just like a 3,656. Then second is the 2,408, and if you can see, there is this genre of that, just like drama, comedy, action, romance, thrill, crime, crime, horror, sci-fi, fantasy. It's a different genre. Yeah, as you can see, we can extract data and for the collection, I can use for this loop. As you can see, you can say as the algorithm also. And for storing data in this format, I can use it the counter and import AST. It's in already told about that. So now it's a correlation of the heat labs between the running time in minutes, watt, and movie rating. It's basically the heat maps in the matrix way. We also import CSN doing the math just like basic of the runtime minutes and watts and movie rating. Okay, as you can see, as your blue is increased the 0.127 is a basic on the 10th decimal basis. sorry, divide by 10, and 0.10 also. Yeah, just like 0.123, and as you can, the color will be changed. If you the run of time with the 1, you can see that the run of time is the 1. This is showing in the 1 because it's the identity matrix. But as you can is the basis of the votes is showing the 0.21. That means relying between that. That means if the if the run time of the minutes is increasing, the rates, the votes of the people are going less, and the movie rating is also less about that. It's like compared to 0.35. You can assuming in the matrix way between relation between one thing. Yeah, I can also plot graph is just like a bar plot subplot also, but in the I use the heat map because of the I can visualize the thing in matrix where just like a run in time in rating. I can for this visual different visualization I can create a 5 to 6 graph for that different graphs. But using heat map is showing in the one graph they all visualize in the one thing. So this is the helping of the heat map. We create a matrix set and you can visualize easily for that, and you don't take as much your don't create as much your what you say is the graphs. Sorry about it, I'm sorry for it about that. Okay, I can also tell you the how why I can use in the heat map. Yeah, I can also do in the bar plots or line plot, but say it's taking the 5 to 6 graphs. But 5 to 6 graph, what they are analyzing is doing analyzing in the just one graph. So in going to further, this EDA, this is our data frame, data type of the data frame. You can use the why I use in the EDA because of when you get the data input in the pd.read, we can also set over as a variable, take as a variable. So as you can see that I the group by of the directors by the movie rating and votes. Yeah, in the best way you can assuming that's a KV Anand. It's a director of the action in genre. I can choose it the action movies, all action movies, and the director name is KV Anand is going highest rating. The 7.7 and get a highest votes also. And the second is a Mohan Raja. Two is the Tony Janpan. If you change the genre, just like I select is the drama. It it changed the data type just like in the drama is the Frank Tarbont 9.3 watts 9.3 movie rating is the highest average highest rating the movies which can be directed by the Frank Tarbont, and the maximum code is the 228 lakhs 4,443. You can also check about that. Yeah, and the basis of the above question I can also created the bar plot doing the bar plot. Yeah, this thing is also using in this format also, but I'm just doing the bar using the import numpy and nps using cboard and matplotlib library. Yeah, this is the code for that. If you understand, if you're doing the further and deep understanding of the code, just pause the video and you can see about that, and also search of the Google also. Yeah, and this is our bar plot. Just already say the KVN and 7.60 Mohan Raja 6.8. I can also this format also just like action. Take the action, we just change in the drama. As you can see, the plot will be changed. Okay, so as the C on plot is the vital word of the movie ratings. So as I already told about that, the maximum movie rating lies between the 5 to 6. Yeah, I mean 5.5 to 7. Mostly movie relating between them. So as you can see, the mostly this graph is going curve graph, and in the wedges, the released movies this is rating below the 5, and also less probability the movie rating was going to 8 point or 9 beyond 9.1 is very this is a shrink. Matlab it's a sharp graph, but a maximum movies lying between the 7 and 6.5. So that showing is the this part. It's like graph. I doing is the normalization, normal distribution. Yeah, I already got that. So this is my data visualization. Data visualization. Yeah, I can already say what is a very exciting thing. If you have a if you have an idea that which thing I can predict in your data set. It's going to be lots of fun about that. You can also change the data types also, and you can change graph type also. So let's talk about the let's talk about our further point, last point. So our ultimate goal in the data analysis often involves in making prediction or classification, basically the building a prediction model. In this section we take over the clean and pre-processing data to build a prediction model. We choose a suitable machine learning algorithm. I choose a suitable machine learning algorithm, train the model, and evaluating its performance using Python libraries like a skill skid skid learn, and I'm also using the stats model API also. Okay, this is the basic prediction model which every data analyst use. If in future if you going to become a data analyst or become a data scientist, the ultimate goal of the data set and prediction, doing the visualization, cleaning or something data about it, the ultimate goal is a build a prediction model, because in every industry grows in the high growth. So the basically the data analyst or as a data scientist, your main work is to how to predict the prediction of the given data set. Yeah, this is a small amount of data, so I just create a model. But and you give when you goes in the see in the industrial level of the data set is going the very high, takes a lots of efforts and a very deep understanding of the Python and some language like a SQL language, something like a MongoDB. Okay. And this is a prediction, and this is showing in the output. I am showing the output in the images because there is a 10 to 12 output which I am not showing that thing, so I can just making the image and importing that. So basically our data so the basically this prediction model is doing that. It's take a data of the previous 3 years, just like currently is a 2023 is running. So it's taking the data of the 2023, 2020, 2023, 2022, and 2021. It's taking out this data set and the prediction that the which gen upcoming which are related by the relation upcoming movies, like a which basis of the genre is basic we created. It's a creating this, that's because of no sorry for the mistake, but basically this model is a predicting after upcoming years, just like a 2024 and 2025, which genre which can release which can releasing by the which movie releasing by this function like a genre, animation, adventure, the comedy. Let's take about it. So which genre is basic of the movies get grossed, how much percentage of that this can be moving is successful, and this getting rating movie rating between 6 to 5 to 5 9, 5 point and 5 to between 7 or 9 up to. So this is going is the prediction that amount thing. So as you can see, this is a 2021. The movie rating is going to the 6 is the 2022 data and 2023. Basis of this previous 3 years data, in these 3 years data, we can predict about the upcoming years, just like a 2020 24 and 2020 25. Let's take a, as you can see, there is a genre basing of the animation, adventure, and the comedy. So based of these three genres, based on this genre, which movies can rise? If it's 2024, some directors directors making the movie basis on this genre. So how much rating of the how much the how much how much probability this will be rating between that. So if you're doing the 2024, the accurate more accuracy is 80%. So in basis of this model 2024 in the releasing movie, this movie rating is basically lying on the 5 or 6, yeah, 6 to something 7, 6.5 to 7 in between. In this model, accuracy is also showing the how much accuracy that accurate this model. So in based on this genre, this is the 80%. And also the 2020-25, it's going up to the 7 up. And the further action on the thriller movies, there is a now is a 6 between, in 2020 is going down and 2020 is going up. So as the prediction of these three, 2020 24, we if some is some name movies will really change, the rating is going with the 5, 5.5 or 6 in between. And this movie rate is the accuracy is the 80 78%. As you can the action sci-fi thriller is the 68% and going this type of. Action crime thriller is the 60%, action crime drama is the 76%, action adventure horror is the 69%, and action comedy crime is the 56%. Yeah, as you can see about that, there's some movies going in the down. Like if you see about the Bollywood movies, just like Akshay Kumar movies, he's given the two or three movies, but all movies are flops. As I can see, which movies I can see. Yeah, but some movies like a Leo, which recently releasing, but it's crossing very high. Yeah, KGF Chapter 2, Jailer. This is some best South Indian movies. They releasing in the group. In Leo is a lead actor is Vijay Thalapathy. So don't go out there. So this is our prediction model, and this see about that which we can predict. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for watching the video. No, not about it. Wait a second, guys. I just tell you a few more thing about that. Yeah, you can if you have some problem in the Python, if you some in the programming languages, just like you can don't doing it this way. You can also use some analysis tools like a Tableau, Power BI, Power BI, and recently there is some so many AI tools just like a Monkey, Escalate, Skelet, and all sorts. Also, there is the some AI tools which can help you to visualize the things and also predict the things. If you do not write this line of such line of codes, you can doing you can also use about these analytic tools. Yeah, this is the further. And if you, as a my point of view, if you're using in the Python, it's a good option for your good option because in the industry layer there's lots of data, so you can visualize using in the Tableau. So as a if you're doing in the Python is extracting the data, and then this data we can put into the Tableau directly, and this can visualize. This can be easy for you. If you become a future in data, if you become in future if you become a data analyst or data scientist, you can using this method. So as a my point of view, Python going is a very useful. So please learn the Python and basic concept, and just learn Python as an intermediate level, not going to be advanced level, but just at least learn intermediate level when you goes into company as a data scientist or data analyst. You can also learn about some thing like the SQL thing, not SQL thing, which cannot use in this video, but yeah, you can also learn about it. And you can also preferring some roadmap also. You can also preferring some which data analyst scientist videos and blogs also, which are already data scientists in current time. So thank you so much, guys. So thank you so much. Thank you.